Right, what's up? So, weather's rubbish today, so I've not been anywhere. So, I thought I would do more of a kind of podcasty, vloggy type thing. I don't know what you would call it really. So, the premise of this video really is going off of my friend's new Instagram account. It's going to turn into a YouTube channel, etc. And his account is called Shitbox to Supercar. So he's starting off with a £350 Ford Fiesta and he's going to work his way up to a supercar. So another video probably to follow will be what actually defines a supercar. What is a supercar? I don't know. We're not 100% sure ourselves. So we're going to throw out a few options as to what makes what he could buy. And whether we even think that the supercars or not, is it worthy of the title? I don't know. So you tell me. So I'll go through a few different options, a few different price points, and it's open for discussion, to be perfectly honest with you. So anybody can leave a comment below with other suggestions, whether these cars you would even consider supercars or not, whether there's something we've missed, whether the budget isn't big enough for what you would consider a supercar. Is there an even cheaper budget supercar that we should consider? So you tell me, let me know, get involved. It's not just a one-way street, this. So yeah, I'll bring it on to the first option. So the first car that I personally would consider is a Mark 1, I guess you would call it, an early Aston Martin Vantage. So the reason why is they come with a 4.3 litre V8 with 380 horsepower. It's got the Aston Martin badge. It's a two-seat, front-engined, rear-wheel drive sports car, supercar. I don't know, I call it a supercar. And you can get these pretty cheap. You can get them under 20 grand. I will put a few examples on the screen now from Auto Trader. And I don't know, I just don't think you can argue with them. Now, I know service costs, running costs, all that sort of stuff, people generally consider. They have gearbox problems, whatever it might be. But for me, I don't worry about that sort of stuff. I worry about it when it actually happens, when they break. We'll fix them, whatever. I just think for the price, you can't beat it. Aston Martin, Heritage, all that sort of stuff. They're still, to a degree, semi-handmade at this stage and this age. All Aston Martin, way before the Mercedes stuff got involved. So for me, that is the perfect budget supercar for 20 grand or so, or maybe even less. So I would be starting there. So it's important to know 2005 to 2008 cars are the 4.3s. After that, you got the 4.7s. I think they had 420 horsepower, a bit more power anyway. They were a bit more reliable. Considered just a better car all round, really. But it's supposed to be a budget supercar, so we're going with a cheap one. Right, on to the next. So the next car to consider, for me anyway, is the Audi R8. Now, again, some people argue not a supercar. I would say V8 engine in the back, 2 seats. It's a supercar. So anyway, again, discuss below if you fancy it. But for me, this is a real supercar. So budget friendly, we're looking at 30 grand or so. Sometimes you can get them a bit less, as low as 25. Again, some Auto Trader examples will come up in the video. But why is this a supercar, or what is appealing about this specific car? Well, 2006 to 2012 models, you could get the V8. Those are obviously the least expensive. You can get them in manual or auto versions. And again, as we say, you can get them between 25 and 30 grand. You can pay all the way up to 50, 60 grand for low mileage examples. And yeah, 420 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, which is a bit interesting for a supercar of that age. It's a bit more common now, but back then, 4-wheel drive in supercars wasn't massively popular. And I just think they've aged really well. They still look pretty modern. You've obviously got the big vent down the side that all the cars are reintroducing now, with new Temerario and things like that. It kind of has, I don't know, similar styling in that sense. I know one's more square, one's more round, but you get what I'm saying. Big vents everywhere, this, that and the other. They sound ace with an exhaust on, just can't beat them. So budget supercar, look, if you're a millionaire and you can afford new stuff, you're probably thinking I'm talking shite. But if you've got no money like me, Lee and everybody else, a 30 grand Audi R8 is a incredible sort of option for us, where we live, where we grow up, our lifestyles and stuff. And R8 is the dream, really. So that is why we've included, or I've included, an R8 in the options. And then last but not least, the third option, which is, I mean, it wouldn't be one of my videos if we didn't talk about Porsches, would it? So we're going for the 997 generation, 997.1 911 turbo. So these can be up for around 40 grand, give or take. Again, Auto Trader examples on the screen as we speak. But yeah, 40 grand for a phase 1, a 0.1, whatever you want to call it. That gets you a 3.6 litre twin turbo flat six. So they ran from about 2006 to 2010, I think, from memory. 2010, they got the facelift to the 0.2, and they were a 3.8. Anyway, they are like 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. 480 horsepower, I think they are, this, that and the other, blah blah blah. And I don't know, you just can't argue with the performance figures. That to me is a supercar. As much as people like to say 911s aren't supercars, fair enough for a Carrera or whatever, if that's what you want to say, but I don't think you can argue that a 911 turbo isn't a supercar. So yeah, given that you can get them for like 40 grand, I think it's one of the best looking 911s. Especially the turbo with the wide body, the vents in the arches, this, that and the other. If you really want to spice it up, you can get GT2 bumpers and stuff. You can tune them. You can get over 1,000 horsepower. I think there's some ES motors making like 1,500 horsepower out of these things. So there's loads of potential to make them literally Veyron fast. And yeah, I just don't see how you can argue with them, like I say, especially for the money. Now, 40 grand is on the thick end of the realistic budget, let's be honest. Again, we're not rich, and Lee is going to try and work his way up from a £350 Fiesta, buying and selling and this, that and the other. So who knows, maybe he goes through all three options. He might start, once he's at that supercar stage, with an Aston, and then turn it into an R8, then turn it into the 911. You just don't know. He might go a different path. So yeah, again, suggestions. What do you think on the three options? Do you have a better option? Do you have a different option? Not necessarily better. Is there a cheaper option, sub 20 grand we should be looking at? Would you consider something like a BMW i8 a supercar? I don't know, it's got the flappy doors and that, but with a 1.5 mini engine and hybrid and that, is it a supercar? I'm not sure. It certainly looks like one, but I'll leave it up to you. What about a Maserati Gran Turismo? Do you call that a supercar? I don't know. For me, it fits in the crowd, but I don't know that I call it a supercar. Anyway, you get the idea. You tell me what you think. So those are my three options. Lee probably has a slightly different take on what he thinks is realistic or what isn't, this, that and the other. And it's all up for debate. So yeah, let me know what you think. Alright, if you could give us a like, a subscribe and all that sort of stuff. We're at about 300 subscribers now, so we're going in the right direction. So thanks everyone so far, but we need more of you. More likes, more subscribes, more shares, more everything, more bell rings, more hypes, I don't know, whatever there is these days. You know, probably better than I do. Right, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and yeah, see you in a bit.